Welcome back. Closing some doors because it's cold in the basement. I just turned off the heat because it was overheating, so I'm not happy. Can't make up my mind. Welcome back. Welcome back. So today, little project. I always contemplate a bunch of stuff and experiment and try, and I like to change up what's going on to make things better in the pursuit of happiness for flight. So, get texted. Here we have Pearl. This is a super unique little cool quad. It started its life off as a 65 millimeter Beta FPV 65 XHD or something like that. It was a whoop, and it has an all-in-one like baby. I forgot what that thing was called. I have it. I have the bigger version. It's a split cam. And it's Beta's version, but it's with Cadex? Turtle. It's the baby Turtle. So you get your normal FPV feed, and it records HD into the board, and I kind of dug it, and it was fun, but you could see the whoops in the props and whoop guards in the camera shot. So I modded it, I changed the frame around, and it unfortunately was heavier, and I just wanted something different. And I am a big cinewhoop guy, if you haven't figured that out. So when I was searching, I believe this is a Tomo Quads frame. I couldn't tell you the name of it to save my life, but it's only 75 millimeters, and it seems like the cinewhoops now are kind of changing a little bit instead of the full ducted thing to this style. And this is modified from the way that it came also. So when I first built it and changed it around, I added a different VTX. So it's got the Ishii Nano back there. It has one of my micro DSMX receivers on top. And it was all right. It was kind of crammed in there, and I needed to give it more room. So you fast forward to now, what I did, and right before I did the mods that I did today, a week or two ago, tinkering around, I changed the standoffs instead of the plastic ones it came with, which helped with weight, but snap, break, pain in the ass, they come loose. So I used I would guess they'd be aluminum with a cool kind of texture design, and it raised up the stack just a little bit. And what that allowed me to do is to dampen and isolate all of the parts just a little bit better, and nothing hits. The little the metal standoff thing back there that holds it all together is not anywhere that can be touched. I changed I don't know what you want to call them, the little camera holders from the ones that it had that kind of pushed the camera back, and I forget what the hell I took these off of, but I pushed it forward, and it helped isolate it a little bit more away from the standoff so it didn't bump and rub anything. The biggest pain in the ass with these split cams is unless you can isolate this, it'll pick up any little bit of vibration. With smaller quads, they're notorious for that because they get blown around in the wind and stuff a lot easier. So I did all that stuff through the summer, and I put the Insta on this a couple times, and it flew. The motors were warm. The flight time suffered significantly. This thing, without any camera on it, only gets like 2 minutes, 20 minutes. 2 minutes, 20 seconds of flight time. That's not okay for me. I like flying for a while, and I've been flying on these HV 650 race day quads. I have the 650 non-HV flat ones that I was using for splat that I may try in here. They're a little bit heavier, but I could bottom mount that, and who knows, we'll see. I'm going to experiment some more. But so I swapped motors off Sweet Tooth because I rebuilt Sweet Tooth, and I ended up putting those motors onto splat. I'm like, well, it flew way better with a little bit bigger motor, and these were the ones that were on splat, so I wanted to put an HD camera on that. So, God, these motors like whores. They've been all over the place. But I ended up taking off the 0802 22,000 kV Beta ones, and I got the Xing or Zing 1103 8,000 kV motors, and I put them on with 40 millimeter props. It's weird, the one motor that I had to replace because it was bent doesn't have screw holes versus all the other ones. It's a push-on, which is kind of weird. But I'm waiting for props. These I just used the screws down, and I kind of sacrificed a prop here, drilling the hole just a little bit different so at least I could get a flight out of it. And like I said, in the pursuit of flight time, I exceeded what I thought I could do. I went from, like I said, 2 minute 20 second, give or take 10 seconds or so if you're really going slow and it's a nice day, to over 6.5 minutes. And I kind of mixed up the flight. Yeah, I was in the basement. There's no wind, but I was ripping around the basement. Then I was going slow. I was going through the track, and I stayed on it right until about 3.4 volts a cell. So I got a great flight out of it. It was like 635, something like that, give or take. And yeah, it flew really good. I got to tweak the tune just a little bit different. It flies much better with these motors. The throttle is right there, and I didn't have to fluctuate the throttle out to keep it in the air, and it was super responsive, which is really nice. So I can't wait to take it outside. I got some nice snow that hit the ground, so I might take this guy outside and try it out there, get some snowy footage, and then review and see if it's got any jello in it. And then, like I said, I might do something different with this. But and I did isolate just because I had them. I have some little rubber isolators for the motors just so they're not on the carbon. Yeah, and these only take two of the little bolt things there, the Allen bolts. But let me know what you think. It's a cool, say, super tiny 75 millimeter cinewhoop. Kind of call it the smallest cinewhoop in the world deal because I don't think they make them any smaller. And a whoop technically doesn't count because it's got to be like this shape. But it'd be cool to build one that's a 65 also. So I am going to review the footage, check it out, charge up some more batteries. Corey's coming over today. We're going to hang out, do a little Christmas thing and get some flying. And maybe I'll pop off another video showing some of the LED gates that I made. So thank you. Happy holidays to everybody. If we don't talk again, appreciate all your time. Explicit out.